Yourself. Uh-oh.
What can I say about the Serious Sam franchise? Well, to be honest, I almost forgot about this game because I never really got a chance to play it as a kid, and not due to the game being rated M, but how should I say this? I guess I just never really had a fast computer at the time. Actually, scratch that. I didn't have a fast computer at the time, and maybe I was more involved with id Software's games and really missed out on a good game. So how did I forget about our hero Sam? Let us start back somewhere in the year 2001. Of course, I was little at the time. I took a trip with my father down to the electronics store called Fry's Electronics. Ever heard of them? Because now they are not doing so well. Since the last time I was there, went to the store and it was almost empty. But anyways, back to the story. So my father wanted to get a new Creative Sound Blaster card for his music making needs. On our way to the checkout, we decided to take a look at some of the recent release games that came out. And there, I laid my eyes on a game that had a badass looking Duke Nukem person holding a minigun while being surrounded by a bunch of bad dudes. I didn't really look at the name. All I cared about is if the artwork on the box looked really cool. And it did. I showed this to my dad. He took one good look at the system requirements and say, "Oh son, your computer would not be able to play this game." Yeah, that is how poor my PC was. And if I correctly remember, the computer I had was a Dell Optiplex GX1. Beautiful computer. And I was able to put a CRT monitor on top of it and it would support the weight of it. God, I love the look of this design. Now let us talk about the specs on both my computer and what Serious Sam required. The Dell computer I had a Pentium 3 running at 450 MHz with the system memory at 128 MB. The hard drive, I think we upgraded to a 10 GB because otherwise it would have had a 6.4 GB hard drive in it. It had a Sound Blaster live card in it and that was it. Now, Serious Sam requires either an AMD K6 400 MHz or Pentium 2 running at 300 MHz. Okay, well my processor can handle it. It needs 64 megabytes of RAM. Well, that's out of the question. It needs a sound card, so that's good. Needs about 150 megabytes of space. That is fine. However, it needs a 3D accelerated card, and that I do not have on my PC. But wait! I was just reading off the minimum requirements. Now let us take a look at the recommended requirements and see how bad that is. Well, it needs either an Athlon or a Pentium 3 running at 550 MHz. Uh-oh. Needs about 128 megabytes of RAM. Well, that maxes out what I have. A Creative Sound Blaster Live. Well, good thing I have that. 450 megabytes of space. That's fine. But the video card, it required either a GeForce 256, a Savage 2000, or a Voodoo 5. Again, I did not remember having a GPU card at all. That day sucked, and because of that, I could not play the game on my PC. So we never got it and never remembered it. Sometime in 2003, coming back home from Hawaii with my family, my grandfather was reading, and I think it was the PC Gamer magazine, and he showed me a page for Doom 3, which, seeing that, I was hyped. He gave me the magazine so I could look at the screenshots they had on the page. I decided to look through the magazine a little bit more, and then I stumbled upon something that looked familiar. I couldn't remember, but it turned out it was the ad for Serious Sam 2. At first, again, I could not put my finger on why this looked recognizable. The other thought was, why did it look like a Saturday cartoon show? Again, it was ignored for me to keep looking at those screenshots for Doom 3, later again, being forgotten. Well, now it's 2012, and I'm in high school. High school's a drag. All I had was a sick HP gaming PC that had a GTX 650 in it. That card kicked ass. And I had a chance to play a lot of great games such as Counter-Strike Source, Battlefield 3, Far Cry 3, and Killing Floor, and New Vegas as well. I remember looking for games on Steam that were on sale, but what I came across was something I did not forget. Serious Sam HD. I remember how cool this game looked, and they also had a Serious Sam collection on sale, which if I can remember was about $60, and it had a bunch of games to go with it. I was sold and I bought it. So I decided to check out the games that I got and saw that there were classic versions of the HD games. I thought, oh, this must have been an old game. I wonder how old this was. So I typed it on Google search and saw the screenshots. That is when I began to think I've seen this game somewhere. So I decided to look for the box art and found out that it was the same game that I saw as a kid. The next few words that came out of my mouth was, holy sh**. I thought I would never see this game ever again, but I was wrong, and now I'm happy. I began playing the game and was having so much fun. I cursed myself for not having such a great computer to be able to play this game back in the day, but it didn't matter because the HD version was beautiful. I finished both the first and second encounter that I had to go back and play the classics. After that, I soon realized that Serious Sam 3 came out a year later after the HD version. So I got it and played it. Honestly, it was not a bad game besides maybe a couple of bad things like the jumping can be pretty buggy. Now, what I really loved about Serious Sam 3 is that it had split screen on PC. That was new for me. I remember telling my friends about it in high school, and one of my friends had a sick 72-inch Sharp TV he uses for his PC. And I asked if he wanted to try it out, and a bunch of my friends got over, went to his place. We put Serious Sam 3 on, had a bunch of controllers, and we just had a blast. We might have played this game so much that we also invited a bunch of other people to come play with us. We might have had at least 9 people over just for Serious Sam 3. We also tried out some mods and might have gotten a little too far on those. However, those memories I will hold on to a very long time. And then one quick note, because I forgot to put this in my script, I did play Serious Sam 2. It was fun as well. I haven't got a chance to finish it yet, because I was just distracted with the classics. Not to say that the game was bad, it was great. I'm probably just going to have to finish it by the time I'm done doing this video. The Serious Sam games really changed for me when it comes down to fast-paced, buttload of enemies coming at you, and the co-op split screen that was available. With Serious Sam 4 coming around the corner, I pre-ordered it, and decided to get my friends to come over like the good old times and enjoy some Serious Sam, which I'm hoping they add a split screen in it, but I am really pumped for it and can't wait till it's released. If you made it this far, please give a thumbs up if you like this video, really helps with feedback, and subscribe to this channel for more retro, technology, games, computers, so on. And I will see you guys, well, probably on Serious Sam 4, since I'm going to be playing that a lot.